Hey guys, top of the morning. Sorry I'm here at a different time, but I wanted to talk to you guys today about creating policies and procedures, whether from scratch or whether you bought them. Hey, thanks for joining. I want to talk to you guys today about creating policies and procedures from scratch or whether you're buying them from a consultant. Hey, how are you, Makeup Diva? And I was on here last night and I did not save the video, so sorry if you missed me. I always say turn on notifications, guys, because I will genuinely be here 9:30 a.m., which I'm totally late today, or 9:30 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So today, later on this evening, I will be doing the final mock survey. What does that mean? One of my mentees in the state of Virginia, she's submitting her application to on Friday. Yay for her. One of the things that I do for my mentees is that I act like hey Carmen, how are you? I act like I am a surveyor. And she submits the application, the package to me, and I go through with making sure that everything checks off when it comes to the policies and the procedures, and that they're in line with the regulations. So because I'm doing this, and because of two questions I got from some people who contacted me this week, who clicked the link in my bio, which says let's chat, and they clicked the button that says let's chat, and they got on my calendar, and I talked to a couple of people about their policies and procedures. I said maybe this is a good topic, this is a good thing for me to share with you guys today. And I appreciate those of you who are on here live and those who will be on here will watch the replay. So I'm gonna have to break this down. So this will probably be one of a couple of things that I'll share. So here, look, I don't want to lose track. So I'm taking a blank piece of paper, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I'm going to talk to you guys today about. So why do you need policies and procedures? That's the first thing. So I'm always asked, why do I need policy procedures if I'm in a non-regulated state? Remember, we went over the non-regulated states for starting a home care business, and that was Iowa, Michigan, Ohio, and Massachusetts. Those are the four states that they have no regulations, they have no red tape for starting a home care or home health care business. Isn't that just crazy? But it is what it is. Then we have some states that if you only want to do the non-medical side of running a home care business, they don't have regulations or requirements for you to do that as well. And one of my mentees is in that state, that's Nebraska. So I'll use some of these as examples. So even if you're in a non-regulated state, I do recommend that you do have basic policies and procedures. Why? Because even though you're in a non-regulated state, you still have functions to follow. Let me give you an example. What kind of things would you have to follow? So in a regulated state, they want you to share how your caregiver would handle blood pathogens, and that's such a big term. Breaking that down into layman's terms, how would your caregiver handle if that senior, he or she was taken care of, had came home with a wound, and the wound is oozing, and they have to change their sheets, How would they handle that linen? That is an actual policy that a regulated state would ask you for. And you have to have certain terminology in that. Thanks for joining. That you have to have certain terminology in that to be approved for that section of your policies and procedures. You may not, and being that you're in a non-regulated state, you don't even think these type of things would even happen. So if you set up some basic policies for handling infection control, for handling waste management, like another form of waste management, say your client, your patient wears the pins and they pooped on themselves. Just gonna put it like that. A simple policy of not putting that diaper in with the regular trash that's in the kitchen. That's the kind of things that you would say in your policies and procedures. These are the things that make you have quality standards. And if you're in a non-regulated state, you want to take a look at the standards that, or the requirements from a neighboring state that may be regulated, so that you can use that as a guide and stand out. Now, if you were in a non-regulated state and you bought a franchise, and I don't want to get too much into franchises, they would give you policies and procedures already. But you don't want to mix up what is your policies and procedures for getting started, meaning getting your license, versus operational policies. And I was talking to someone about that. Let me get a better pen. I was talking to somebody about that just the other day. Because that other pen wasn't working. Sorry, let me know if you guys are following me, because this is kind of like a training session. So let me know if you're following me. So my first point is, why do I need policies and procedures for my home care biz? And I'll just do 3 points in this segment. So why do I need policies and procedures for my home care biz? Remember I said I thought I was blank piece of paper. A, if you're in a regulated state, it's required for you to be, thank you so much for Makeup Diva. If you're in a regulated state, it's required for you to be licensed to have policies and procedures. So in a regulated state, it's a requirement. They will not license you without these policies and procedures. And I want to just quickly tell you that having a business registration, meaning you're registered with your state, you have an LLC or you have a C Corp or an S Corp, that is a business registration. That is not a business license. So I felt like I needed to explain that on a couple other trainings I've done. That is a business registration, but it's not a business license. That means you're registered in the state, you have your articles of incorporation. Let's say, for example, if you're a corporation and you're registered with the state, you need that first before you whether you're a regulated state or non-regulated state, you need that first. And I actually spoke with a young lady who had her business registration, and she started to accept private clients, but she was in a regulated state, and she contacted me for some assistance, and I told her she needs to cease from conducting any more business because she is out of compliance. So what do you suggest about having an RN to start? You technically only need an RN to start, Makeup Diva, if you have a medical home care agency. You don't necessarily need an RN to start if you're going to be doing non-medical, right? And even with the medical, you can, I have all kinds of scenarios. You can, offer that RN a piece of the pie, or give them, meaning, hey, I'll give you 10% of my company if you, help me out with this. Because basically, yeah, you do for assessment, but you don't have to hire them. Hey, thanks for joining, Pretty Girl Rock. So you need them on your roster. That's what that pretty much means. Okay, somebody was messaging me. You need them you need them on your roster. You need their license. You need them on your application. So, but good morning. I want to make sure, I got people just messaging me. I want to make sure that I'm answering your question clearly. What state are you in? And I can answer that a little bit better. So going back, why do you need policies and procedures for my home care business? A, regulated state is required. B, a non-regulated state. How would you even know how to conduct business if you don't have policies and procedures that tell you how to do different functions of your business? You're in Illinois, right? So Illinois, and let me see, I got a little cheat sheet per state that my team is still working on. Let me see. I'm gonna go straight to in Illinois. The home care agencies in Illinois are called home service agencies. And thank you so much for asking these questions. I really appreciate when you guys ask questions to help you with, learning how to get started or grow your business. So they're called home service agencies. So our common terminology for, hey, thanks for joining. Our common terminology for home care agencies are to call them home care, home health care, and some people call them private duty agencies, private duty nursing agencies. For your state, they're called home service agencies. That's what your state calls them, right? But you would still tell people, hey, I have a home care agency. But that's the kind of license they're going to give you. They're going to give you a license for home service agencies. Let me pull up. And if I could show you my screen, I have the initial application up here too. So one thing, while I'm diverting just a little bit, guys, one thing my team is doing, and it is taking a little bit of time. So if I haven't gotten to your state, please be patient with me. We are contacting these states and we're asking them, hey, can you verify what's online? Some of these states have things online that are not up to date. That's not the current process for starting your business. We need to know the wait time. We need to know how long it's going to take for after you submit your application. That's what I shared when I was talking last week about Georgia. I said Georgia, they're 60 to 90 days from the time you submit your application. So okay, I'm going to be popping in about 3 months, right? So here, let me just go over the basic rules, and I want to go back to our topic for today. But like I said, I always appreciate you guys asking questions because someone else may, want the answer for this. The licensing fee. Let me go over that first, Makeup Diva. Do you already know your licensing fee, the licensing cost? It costs $25 for a single home health license. It costs $1,500 for a home nursing license. Okay, you got that? It costs $500 for a home nursing placement agency. That's kind of like a referral agency or staffing agency. $500 for home service placement, and you can have multiple licenses. Let me go down to that part. See if I need to put you on that. Show you. That part of the license. Thank you so much.
Sweet.
Oh, okay. Thanks, babe. And you can start it as a sole proprietor. Yes. The home care is $1,500. Let me show you what I'm doing so you guys see what I'm doing. Hey, thanks so much for joining. So we're taking a little detour real quick because Makeup Diva, we're talking about her state. See, I'm looking at the application. And this is just for Florida. Not Florida, sorry. I'm talking to somebody about Florida earlier. You see this, Makeup Diva? This is where I'm getting the information. I do have a resource I can help you. You see, this is where I'm getting the information from. Is that how you saw it? So I'm just strolling to the license. This is a home health only. All right. So they're just asking you to, list if you have multiple locations, right? Let me go down to this part. Go saying you can be a sole proprietor onlyness, but you don't want to do that. You're a third party biller. Oh, okay. Is that something you would like to share with everyone? You can send me a message if you want me to refer you. Okay. So here's something real quick. No problem. This here, licensed or registered employees. I'm just going to read it real quick. List all licensed, certified, and contractual employees. List at least one contracted employee for each applicable specialty. For home health aid, provide initials of employee, right? Thanks so much for joining. So here, you definitely have to put in a section for administrator, agency supervisor. But here, when you get started, you don't have all of these areas filled. You don't have a PT, you don't have an OT, you don't have a speech, you don't have a social worker. That's what those things mean. So you can literally, send an attachment saying, I don't have these other specialties, even though I want to provide them. They can't expect you to get these people when you're not even licensed yet, right? This is the next page. Home services, home nursing only. Now they want the name of a supervisor. This is what you do. This is the part I was trying to get to you, Makeup Diva. This is what you do. They want a nurse on record. What does that mean? When I first got started, I'm not sure if you know this. I didn't even introduce myself. Hey guys, this is Sean, the Savvy Business Chick, making sure you know your purpose and destiny in the marketplace. And our marketplace that we like to talk about the most is the home health care industry. When I first got started with my medical home care agency here in the Washington, D.C. area, I had my sister-in-law, who is an RN. I had her be my director of nursing. And I, full disclosure, could not afford an RN, guys. I mean, who can afford an RN at the salary they make? They make so much money. I mean, whether they make it on their salary or whether they make it, by working, extra hours. RNs, they can make six figures. Let's be honest. They're pretty skilled individuals, males or females. So I asked her to be on my application. So with that, you can ask somebody, you can put out a job post, right, for a registered nurse. But you don't want just any registered nurse. You want a registered nurse who has supervisory experience. A lot of states are cracking down with that. They want a nurse with supervisory experience. If this is for if you don't know somebody. So let's say you put out a job post, right? Okay. So your sister, this is what you do. Hey, I'm I'm trying to start this home care agency. Would you, for a temporary time, 6 months, a year, be my nurse supervisor on record? That means I need to put you on my application. I will need to have your license number because they basically want to verify that nurse doesn't have any dings against his or her license. I did have someone contact me. They had another consultant submit their application. They were a clinical professional. They had dings on their license, and the state said no. So they have to do another route if they want to start their home care business. But for you, your sister, you can ask her. I have another mentee that's using her cousin. You guys can, like I said, put a job post out and just be very transparent with that person and say, hey, I have a supervisory position, but this is for a new starting business. You will have the opportunity to, be the director of nursing when this agency starts, help lead the clinical department. You sell it. I'm always telling you guys about selling. We talk about marketing a lot, but the second part of your marketing is selling, and you got to sell to everybody. You got to sell your mission statement and your vision statement of your company to your employees. That's a part of your recruitment process. Okay, thanks for sharing, creative Billa. So that's how you do it, right? And you put her on the list. One good thing about the person that is on your application, even their license is somewhat protected, So, like case in point, I had to report a nurse to the Maryland Board of Nursing, and they wanted the agency supervisors license attached to that report. And they basically said that her license was protected because she was the supervisor. So it was actually on the positive, worked out for her because they saw that she was basically practicing in her scope of licensure by supervising this LPN. Hopefully that wasn't too complicated for you guys to know. I'm going to I'm trying to see if there's any other section that then you definitely have to submit a resume for her, and they want to show that he or she, basically has that experience. So that's what it does. It's definitely saying. This application is like 24 pages, guys. Okay, so let me get back to number 2 of our policies and procedures. We said, why do you need policies and procedures for my home care business? A, because your state is regulated. B, because you need standards. You need standards and processes. Okay, then for your policies and procedures, you need to review the, okay, Creative Village is really marketing their services for for your policies and procedures. You need to review the regulations of your state. That is the only way you can truly create policies and procedures from scratch. Number one. Then even one of my mentees that were finishing up her application this week, she bought policies from somebody else. Guys, she's gonna give you guys a testimony that I have had to rewrite so many of her policies. It is literally ridiculous. She said to me Monday night, because one of the reasons why I'm on right now is because we're going to be finishing up her survey tonight when I would normally do a live. She said, I now see that they don't give you policies that you can just submit. Like it's not like my application is done. Let me just submit these policies. Ready? Your policies are stressing you out. You're in the group. Ask some questions. You're in the Facebook group. Ask some questions, and that's what the Facebook group is there for. Or DM me and let me know what you need help with. She said, I thought I was just going to be able. Now, she spent $2,000 on her policies. Remember, I've talked about policy purchases before. That there's some people the lowest I've seen is, I would say, she spent $2,000 for hers. The Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Maybe that call messed it up. Okay. All right. I will end here and give you the rest of the tips in my Instagram stories. Okay. Sorry. I think that call messed me up. Okay, guys, then bye.